Today is a lot different than the day I started making this speech, and it's all because of the coronavirus. If you've been following along, you know that one of the greatest concerns in this nation is money, right? Money. Big topic. Stocks are going down, people getting laid off. Huge. It's huge. And it always will be huge. Today I'll be talking about how to balance your budget as a college student. Of course, when a pandemic isn't messing everything up. And I'll be giving you some averages, some numbers to play with, and some tips on how to save money and stretch your money as far as you can. So I was gonna hand out a printout, but I don't got a printer, so it's necessities and stuff. Averages, okay. So average food, 4,800. Rent, I put it at 575 for a 12-month lease. Different if you live on campus, but I'll get to that. So let's say around 6,900 for rent, transportation $2,000, and that's just for gas and upkeep throughout the year. Books and class materials, let's say 1,000, 500 for a semester, because you can cut corners here and there. And so the grand total is $14,700, and that's not including entertainment, parking passes if you may need them, and tuition. Okay. So what can you do to help this? I call it the early strain. Each semester, of course, comes with a price tag. These expenses can put a huge, tremendous strain on the money you have coming into the semester, and really dictate how you spend the rest of your year. So what can you do? Let's start with rent. You got to find the right place for you. You got to be on top of everything and find a good place. You know, you can't just go and last minute, oh, I got to find a place to live. Let's go here, there. You really got to do your research. And that includes on campus, not on campus living. So if you're on campus, you got to worry about things like, well, it's not too expensive, but it's most of the time not the cheapest either. Your roommates are usually random. That could be a hazard. I'm not saying that most people suck, but you could have a person who really just wrecks everything, might wreck up the room, might do things they're not supposed to, and that's going to hurt your security deposit and even your relationship with the school, the RA, and it can get bad real fast. It's good things though. You can walk to campus. There's no excuse to skip. You know, you're closer to the resources the college gives you compared to off campus. It can be cheaper, no meal plan, and independence. You know, you get some real independence. You learn how to grow up a little bit, and you can choose your roommates. Another thing you can do is groceries. You know, if no meal plan, buy in bulk. You know, buy packs of meat, fish, whatever you get down on. Get off brand names. Generic stuff is just as good. I'm sorry about that. Generic stuff is just as good. Brita filters can save a lot of money, because I know a lot of college students like to walk around with at least bottles of water or containers that they fill with water, and you can save a whole lot of money if you just get a Brita filter, put it on your faucet wherever you're at, and use that instead. So when you go grocery shopping, sorry, it is windy out here. I got a board set up behind me so I can use my talking points. When you go grocery shopping, set a limit, bring a calculator, and coupons. Have you seen the shows? They can cut hundreds of dollars. I'm not saying you got to go that far, but it can really help and cut down on spending. Another thing you could do is, you know, we all need a break from classes. We like to go out and have fun with our friends. You can really put a limit to how much you spend when you go out. So you can give yourself a limit. Eat before you leave, because you know after these long nights you'd be wanting to eat a whole bunch. So eat before you leave. Carpool, and if you drive, you can always make the people pay for your meal afterwards. And I know it's supposed to be like serious, but if you're gonna drink, maybe pregame a little at the house, because the bar is gonna be selling you way too expensive drinks. It's not worth it. Just trust me. If you're gonna drink, and responsibly, always have a DD. Drink at the house, not too much, but you know, just enough to get you there, and really you can save money on that. Okay, so let's get ahead of the issues. Employment, right? And I have it on the sheet as well. Okay, so I don't work while I go to school, and I am blessed enough to have my parents support me. I have scholarships coming in, which also helps if you get in on scholarships. But during the summer is when I get my money to save up so I can live more comfortably during the semester. So I have a few hypotheticals. So employment only during summer, part-time, will go 20 hours at 950. All these numbers would be at 950 an hour. So 20 hours a week for 8 weeks during the summer. That's $1,520 that you could have more than if you don't work during summer. If you have the luxury, I know everybody doesn't. Full time, if you want to go full time during the summer, and the same numbers, you can get $3,040 extra. That's just money coming in, more money to spend, and I'm not saying blow it all, but live more comfortably. Okay, let's say you work during school. I'm only gonna do oh no, okay, hold up. Part-time, $20 an hour, again at $950, and that's for 15 weeks, the semester. You can have $2,850. And let's say you're an absolute animal and you can work full-time, go to school full-time. Couldn't be me, but you can get $5,700 for the semester. And that could really put a dent in all your expenses and really have you coming out way better at the end of your college career. I hope all these tips and tricks help you get along and save money and really live more comfortable. My dad said when I went to college, and I live in Kingsville now, he said, I'm here to learn, not be comfortable all the way, like I am here at the house. And he's right. You got to sacrifice a few things. You can't live like you usually live back at home, but you can get close if you follow some of these tips. Thank you. I hope you're doing all right, Mr. Flores. I hope the coronavirus is staying away from you. And take care. God bless.